Good morning, all of you. Myself KVS Murthy, working as Assistant Professor in CSE Department, SRKR Engineering College, Formal Languages and Automata Theory. Today, I will explain about finite automata with epsilon moves. Objectives: to understand the finite automata with epsilon moves and elimination of epsilon moves in NFA. NFA with epsilon moves, a variation of NFA which allows to change its states without applying any input symbol or by using empty input symbol epsilon is called NFA with epsilon moves. Here is the example diagram. Here in this diagram we have Q0, Q1, Q2 are the three states. Q0 is initial state, Q2 is the final state. The input symbols are 0, 1 and 2. Epsilon is not an input symbol, but the diagram will contain epsilon transitions. Here from Q0 to Q1 there is an epsilon transition, from Q1 to Q2 there is an epsilon transition. That means without applying any input symbol we can move from state Q0 to state Q1, and without applying any input symbol we can move from state Q1 to state Q2. This is what happening in NFA with epsilon transitions. Coming to the definition of NFA with epsilon transitions, it can be defined as a phi tuple M Q sigma delta Q0 F. Here Q is finite set of states, sigma is finite set of input symbols, Q0 is initial state, comma Q0 belongs to Q, F is set of final states and F is subset of Q, delta is a transition function, and it is a mapping from Q cross sigma union epsilon to 2 power Q. Earlier in ordinary NFA, the transition function is a mapping from Q cross sigma to 2 power Q. Here the transition function is Q cross sigma union epsilon to 2 power Q. In this NFA with epsilon transitions diagram, we have the transition table here. In this transition table we have Q0, Q1, Q2 are the three states. Q0 is initial state, Q2 is the final state. 0 input column is there, 1 input column, 2 input column and epsilon input column is also there, but epsilon is not comes under input symbols, set of input symbols. Here this is the language accepted by this NFA. First string is epsilon. Epsilon means empty string. Empty string is also accepting in this automata. How? We can easily observe that from the initial state Q0, without applying any input symbol we can move to Q1. Again from here without applying any input symbol we can move to final state Q2. In such way epsilon is accepting. Similarly, coming to the string 0, we have a self edge here, and by using epsilon we can move to Q1, and again another epsilon we move to final state Q2. So 0 is accepting. In a similar way 1 is accepting. In this way, first by using epsilon we can move from initial state to Q1, with 1 we are here, and with another epsilon we move to the final stage. In that way 1 is accepting. Similarly, consider the string 2. So with 1 epsilon we can move to Q1, with another epsilon we can move to Q2. Here 2 we are at the same state, final state Q2. So 2 is accepting. In the end the remaining strings are also accepting. We can observe that 1 0 string is not at all accepted in this diagram, because if you have epsilon here we move to this 1 here 0 is not defined. So 1 0 input symbol is not accepting, 2 0 input symbol is not accepting. Similarly 2 1 is also not accepting in this automata. Now this is the definition of the epsilon closure. Epsilon closure of a state Q is a set of states which contains Q and all other states that are reachable from Q using epsilon. This is the definition of epsilon closure. We can find out epsilon closure for every state in the automata. Here epsilon closure of Q0, epsilon closure of Q1 and epsilon closure of Q2. How we can determine these? You can observe here. So here the state is Q0. Epsilon closure of Q0 will contain the state Q0, so it is Q0. And with epsilon we can move to Q1, so Q1 is also added here. With another epsilon we can move to Q2, so Q2 is also added here. So from the state Q0, without applying any input symbol we can move to states Q0, Q1 and Q2. So these are the three states in the epsilon closure of Q0. In a similar way, what is epsilon closure of Q1? Here epsilon closure of Q1 includes Q1 and all other states that are reachable from Q1. So from Q1 we have an epsilon edge to Q2, so we include Q2 here. From Q2 there is no epsilon edge, so no more states are added here, right? Similarly, consider epsilon closure of Q2. Here epsilon closure of Q2 will contain Q2 itself and all other states that are reachable from Q2. Here there are no epsilon transitions from Q2, so we can stop. We will not add any more states here. So this is epsilon closure of Q2 is equal to Q2. Now we extend the transition function delta to a function delta cap that maps a Q cross sigma star to 2 power Q. Let P be any set of states, then epsilon closure of P equal to union of epsilon closure of Q such that Q in P. Now we can define delta cap as follows. Delta cap of Q epsilon equal to epsilon closure of Q. Let W is a string and A is an input symbol, then delta cap of QWA equal to epsilon closure of delta cap of QW comma A. In this way we can define delta cap function. It is also convenient to extend delta and delta cap to the set of states by delta of PA equal to union of Q in P delta of QA, and delta cap of PW equal to union of Q in P delta cap of Q comma W. Now from this NFA we can determine delta cap of Q naught epsilon equal to epsilon closure of Q naught. Already we found epsilon closure of Q naught, that is equal to Q naught Q1 Q2, and delta cap of Q1 epsilon, that is equal to epsilon closure of Q1, that is equal to Q1 Q2. Similarly, delta cap of Q2 comma epsilon equal to epsilon closure of Q2, that is equal to only Q2. Again we can find out delta cap of Q naught 0 in this way and delta cap of Q naught 01 in this way. These are very useful in conversion of NFA with epsilons to NFA without epsilons. Now coming to the equivalence of NFA with epsilons and without epsilons. Our problem is to convert NFA with epsilons to NFA without epsilons. We consider our earlier discussed NFA with epsilon transitions. First of all, we have to determine epsilon closure for all the states in this automata. Epsilon closure of Q naught equal to Q naught Q1 Q2, epsilon closure of Q1 equal to Q1 Q2, epsilon closure of Q2 equal to only Q2. Already we know that what is epsilon closure? Epsilon closure means epsilon closure of a state Q contains Q and all other states that are reachable from Q. We can also observe that all the states and input symbols in the above NFA will also appear in the required NFA. That means in the required NFA also we have the states Q naught Q1 Q2 and the input symbols 0 1 2. The transitions in the required NFA can be determined as given below. Remember, epsilon is not at all an input symbol. Here we determine delta cap of Q naught 0, delta cap of Q naught 1, delta cap of Q naught 2 from the earlier discussed formulas. Now delta cap of Q1 0 can be determined like this. Delta cap of Q1 1, delta cap of Q1 2 can also be determined. In a similar way, delta cap of Q2 0, Q2 1 and Q2 2 can be determined. All the above information can be put in a table. That is, such a table is what we know as a NFA table without epsilon transitions. And from this table we can easily draw the NFA diagram. This is our NFA diagram, Q naught, Q1 and Q2. There are three states. There are three input symbols 0, 1 and 2. So from this table information we can determine the edges between edges. Here coming to the final states, in the given NFA with epsilon moves, the initial state is Q naught. What is epsilon closure of Q naught? Epsilon closure of Q naught is Q naught, Q1, Q2. So all these three states will be considered as final states in our required NFA without epsilon moves. Q naught, Q1, Q2, right? And it is the language. L of m dash is equal to all the strings that were already accepted by our earlier NFA are also accepting here. In this way, NFA can be translated to NFA without epsilon moves. Thank you one and all.